Hello, everybody. Welcome back to episode 71 of Rise of the Star Lords. Weight of Ages. Let's just go right to the icebreaker question. The question is courtesy of Shades Corvid, and it's how do you eat a banana?
You better show the young ladies to their rooms.
So how do your characters eat bananas?
Thank you for the clarification.
Yeah. Let's start with Roar and Conrad.
So my character is confused about who eats a single banana at a time. So Grar is thankful that in space grocery stores you get those bananas in bunches because those are bite-sized to him. He eats them skin and all, of course. He does not differentiate or discriminate of the various parts of banana, even the gross little banana butthole part.
I love
this is you know what I'm talking about. So
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, we all do.
So you're welcome for that mental image, but yeah, that is the answer to Shades' and yours questions.
Sure. Let's follow that up with Tom and Jacinto.
Jacinto eats a banana surprisingly like a normal person, with a fork and knife after peeling it, of course. Because bananas are the size of Jacinto, generally speaking.
It's like a Subway party sub for him.
It is. It's basically like ordering a 6-foot sub for a party. Except it's all potassium.
This is very surprising to Ava. She just assumed that Jacinto only ate meat in some sort of weird backwards vegan sort of way.
I think we had joked about that previously.
Eating plants? Well, that's inhumane.
That's barbaric.
Monsters.
Pseudo-cannibalism.
In Purbane.
All right.
You're welcome.
What about Leif and Ava? What's their stance on bananas and how you eat them?
Oh, well, you gotta cup the no. She eats bananas like a normal fucking human being, and anytime anyone gives her the weird side eye because she's eating a banana in public, she's one of those people eating bananas in public. She looks at them like she's going to murder them. So she's avoided much of the ridicule that most people get for eating bananas in public.
Unbroken eye contact?
Yes, if somebody, yeah, exactly. Somebody scoffs about that, and then she's just sitting there staring at them, just...
Nice. Nick?
Unblinking, like Hannibal.
Inbred with icing on top.
Fair.
I thought you meant something vastly different for just a second there.
Yeah.
Inbred. That opens up a lot of different avenues.
Which
Fate.
made me think.
I made delicious with sugar. All the sugar.
Yeah.
Remind you, sugar is Lahan's favorite thing.
When you said that, I flashed to a random fact that I read the other day, which was, I believe Cleopatra had 2 total great-grandparents, because that's how inbred she was. She was lucky to have developed lungs.
Well, the wealthy and upper crust of the time wouldn't, dirty their gene pool with outsiders. They had to keep it pure. Yeah. And by pure, they meant full of birth defects.
So I'm gonna be devil's advocate here. Inbreeding is the effects are vastly overstated. You gotta think about most humans over the past couple thousand years lived in their small villages, maybe 100 people or less, never left. And who do you think they made kids with? Some of them are, yes, they're very publicized, the Habsburgs or whatever, but I don't think it's as in you have a couple generations of inbreeding and therefore you're incapable of being a human, because if that's the case, the human race would not survive.
Well, I think it was also the issue went beyond her great grandparents. So she was like a culmination of a long line of that. So
Yeah,
That is
yeah. But you have to do it for many, 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 many.
but,
That's how we get the European royalty being the way it is.
Yeah,
but-
I was gonna say. I think Charles II of Spain would disagree with you.
But anyway, that's just but like banana bread with icing got us to.
I got you in reading though. That's my real question here.
Well, you said inbred, and that's
bread.
Oh, okay.
Period.
The story of how banana bread led us to discussions of King Charles II.
Anyway. So
Long live the king.
when
Carlos.
last session, you all, our heroes, made your way into the pinnacle of avarice. You fought a quartet of giants guarding the staircase leading into the structure. You emotionally and physically devastated them. And then we ended with a glimpse of Star-Lord Karzog as the remaining giant, the emotionally devastated giant who had just lost all of his flesh and blood friends and all of his stone friends with smiley faces and various other things drawn on them. He pointed over to this room over here and said that you could talk to the Star-Lord over there, and then ran away crying. You were awful. I think it's one of the few times I've guilted you into letting a bad guy live. Probably one of the, twice? I think it may be twice maximum. You opened the door, Grar and Ava charged in daringly, and you were greeted by a hologram of the Star-Lord. I cannot remember their exact words, and I did not have the time today to go back and re-listen, but they acted
We're
pompous.
gonna make the galaxy great again. Yeah.
It was something along
Yeah.
those lines.
Incidentally, Pinnacle of Avarice is the name of my mind palace. I'm sure that's not worrisome to anyone, though.
No.
So anyway, we ended with you making a fortitude save, and Artanya failed. Grar and Ava were fine, but Jacinto and Lahan, you also failed. So you're gonna take 50 damage, and you're gonna age 3 years.
Look,
Sounds like fake news to me.
my fortitude save is the best. Everyone knows it.
You have a big
Everyone's always
fortitude
talking about it.
I don't have to. I don't have that stupid voice anymore. I don't need to hear it again.
These other people coming in with their fortitude saves, they're just bad. Some of them are probably good, but most of them are bad people.
From Space California? All of them? Where's Space California? Is it Absalom? They all came here from Absalom.
Lashenta Homeworld, Castrovel.
Ah, yes.
That tracks.
These darn elves.
Yeah, so he spoke disparagingly of you, and it was with such force that those of you that failed your saves took 50 damage, and you aged physically 3 years. Not super noticeable on the grand scale of things. Those of you that successfully saved, Ava and Grar, you took 25 points of damage. Feel free to mark that down. And the hologram is just looking at you in a... he's looking down at you, as though you are less than. Now, why aren't you bowing? You should be kneeling and surrendering to me.
I thought we paused with me taking a giant bear shit on his desk.
I do remember this. Yes. Good times.
I think
good times.
maybe a
Yeah.
disparaging comment came about as you were taking a steaming pile, letting loose a steaming pile upon the desk.
I'm outside the room, for one. For two, the thing I was trying to say while you were saying that was, I hack it.
This actually is not a technological hologram. This is a magical effect. And I know
Send
you were
a
outside.
exit.
I know you were outside the room, but you were actually still within range of the spell.
Oh, how rude.
Fair enough. Yes,
guess.
I hack it then.
But yes, Jacinto can hack it
I would
if
like to
I
go
can't.
for this hologram.
Sure.
Gleam. Jacinto begins wordlessly, sort of like his Elfan sort of flares out a little bit as he begins probing the ether. Mysticism check. My goal here is to disrupt this communication somehow. Perhaps make him, at the very least, give him a silly mustache.
Okay, so you
noble goal.
want the hologram to go away if you can, but if you can't, you want a silly mustache.
I'll settle for a silly mustache.
Okay, make your make a mysticism check.
38 for mustache or dispelling a hologram.
I think that this is actually mustache territory. Describe this mustache that is now upon our potato-shaped tyrant.
So out from underneath his bulbous nose emerges a flowing, spirally mustache that then curls upwards towards his eyebrows, and then droops from there, if you can imagine it. So
He is unaware of this, and he's like, "Why are you not surrendering and bowing to me? You are small, like nothings. I don't know how you resisted my spell." And he looks at Grar just taking a steaming deuce on his desk, on the desk, not his desk. Why have you not shot your animal? It should be euthanized.
Jacinto begins like laughing as he sees the mustache, and then recovers himself and says, I think you'll find that we are quite strong. The small can still be mighty, and we'll show you if you tell us where you are.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Just this whole scene in my head is just.
It's part for the course for the crew of the Heartbreaker.
It is. I'm in my throne room. My double secret throne room, not the regular throne room. I'm in the Eye of Avarice. Feel free to try and find me. It's super
Those
secret.
sound like the word of a coward. Double secret throne room. I'm so big, I'm so strong, but I'm not going to tell you where I am because, I don't want to be challenged.
Yeah, sounds like he's scared of us, Jacinto.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Notably, by aging Lahan 3 years, you did just give her a prefrontal.
I did give you what?
More front matter in her brain, because she was only 19.
She's much wittier now.
She can
Yes.
make better decisions.
She's got wisdom now. She can make better decisions.
But you did insult him, and I would like. I think. Let me do a quick measurement. Oh yeah. He's like, I see you in a little while, and a little glowing bead sort of floats out, and it lands just behind Ava. I think Ava and Grar are probably going to get a little bit of cover from this, and that little bead just kind of hovers there in front of the group of you, and it gets brighter and brighter, and you can't even see it, and then it flares to life, and it sort of explodes in this column of fire as stellar plasma just explodes throughout the area, as though a star storm has occurred. So I would like reflex saves.
That's fun.
Outside the room, too?
He actually shot it out of the room because he wanted to get it closer to Jacinto. Grar and Ava, not that you need it, plus 2 to your reflex saves, I think.
Yeah, they're gonna be fine anyway.
You say that, but as level 16 Ava, I actually have a lower reflex save than my level 10 Pathfinder 2 character. By a significant amount. So
the
28.
shake out a bit differently, I think.
Oh man, everyone rolled awful except for... So, Grar is probably unaware of this. Grar, you're so in the moment dropping that deuce. You got your back to the door. You just feel like a wave of heat wash over you, but you're fine.
That just happens on any normal given day for Drar.
It gets a little uncomfortable, which is where the half damage is going to come from. But you're pretty oblivious to what's happening. And
he just ate one too many chili dogs. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, probably, yeah. Oops, no, ignore that. That was an incorrect click. So it is a total of 18 electricity damage and 25 fire damage. I know Ava's gonna mostly ignore this even with a failed reflex save, but
I failed with the 28.
Oh, you actually met. I
Okay.
forgot to do the add.
No, that's okay.
So yeah, you're gonna take like nothing from that. But everyone else who is a little bit less resistant to electricity and fire is gonna take a little bit of damage. How did that affect people? Grar is gonna probably ignore it.
Damage?
It was 18 electricity and then 25 fire because I rolled poops.
So am I taking half of both of those then?
Yeah. And then you
Okay.
have resistances I know that are going to negate a
With-
huge chunk
I was
of
going to
that.
say, actually with my resistances, I take none of that damage.
Ava can just ignore small stars now, everybody.
Yes.
That is a thing
Yeah.
that you should be aware of.
I, meanwhile, have lost most of my stamina points in the last 2 minutes of conversation.
Damn.
Yeah, so Jacinto, he's all right. He's a little shaken by nearly being blown up for probably the second or third time today, but he's okay. He feels good about his bandying words and calling out the Star-Lord.
Yeah, seems like he's really scared of us.
Right? I mean, you don't send a hologram to try and blow up your enemies. You do it yourself if you're not actually worried, which is also
Sure.
always a mistake. So, there's really no winning if you're the villain, typically.
Just give up now. Karza!
How dare you use abilities against us with a sign of weakness?
Making fun of you.
Not sure
You
that guy.
dummy dumb.
Now, we should probably find somewhere to rest for 10 minutes because, incredibly, I would like to spend a resolve point to get
Gasp.
stamina back.
That is
I know.
incredible.
Normally those are for Songs of the Spheres or Cosmic Truthing.
Yeah, I suppose I could spend a resolve point. What do I use resolve points for? Nothing.
So maybe we hide in this little stairwell corner here, Doodad.
That's where they had their rock friends. That's where they lived. The giants. Remember?
Yeah, I mean, that one giant's not going to come back. We definitely slaughtered his friends.
We did. We rested there before too.
Oh, okay.
Before we opened this door.
In that little area, I think you find like a big couch and a futuristic space television and a like I don't know, like a PlayStation made out of crystals or something.
Jacinto begins playing God of War 5000.
Still making it.
Wuhan.
Still making it.
Yeah. And it's still Kratos, if you
And
can
it's-
believe it.
yes.
He's
Lahan,
now a
yeah.
full conversion cyborg.
His son is still a child too.
But God of War 1286 was kind of weird, guys.
Just a little.
There was that one God of War.
Lahan,
that-
can you use medicine? Lahan, can you use medicine to patch up Artania?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Look,
looks
we haven't done this in a long time.
I know, I'm used to the Pathfinder 2 medicine rules, which are so much nicer.
They're on the med kit. That's right. We have a med kit. DC to treat deadly wounds is 20.
Well, you made it with a 39.
Okay. Treat deadly wounds. Treat deadly. Starfinder. Nope, not Starfinder. Yeah, that's already.
You find that they have they have a second copy of God of War, but it's the one where Kratos is a baby.
Oh.
1 hit point per level or CR. If you exceed the DC by 5 or more, add your intelligence. So you could add my intelligence modifier, which is great, which is an 8. So 8 plus CR.
8 plus 24. Nope, 8 plus 16 is 24.
Yes.
Man.
If we're level 24, something has gone horribly sideways. Those levels don't exist yet, Tom.
Secretly,
No.
Artania is level 24. No one told you.
Yeah. That CR does exist. That level does not.
Yeah, that's true.
Man.
Artania's just scarier than we thought they were.
This is actually our Tanya story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've
For
just been living. So Jacinto looks at Artania and says, you probably still need some more patching up, buddy. Because treating wounds in Starfinder is not meant to be sustaining, I guess. I appreciate your efforts.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Artania's
I don't know.
like,
I feel like
but
you
Artania's
have
all
to-
hit points.
I feel like you have to have just piles of healing serums in someone's null space chamber.
surely, right? And if not, I have piles of Mystic Cure spell gems on my person. And by piles, I mean I have a Mystic Cure 2. That's pretty good. I'll use a Mystic Cure 2 spell gem. Get rid of that.
I have a Mark II healing serum. I think that's for emergencies.
Yeah, save that for emergencies.
Or I have 5 of them. Haha.
Whoa, 29 healing to Artania.
Nice.
And I'll give him some of my hit points as well. Let's give him 10 of mine. Oh, that's a 98, not a 58. I was like, wow, I'm so terribly squishy. We'll give him 20 of mine. All right, Artania's back to almost full. Can we spend that resolve point officially, Jet?
Yes, you can.
Thank you. Oh no.
What do we lose?
Groovy.
Music.
Probably because I didn't loop it.
Shame. Shame.
That's
Lahan,
okay. I can do that.
I
would you-
figured I would get it kicked off at the beginning as you were
I
saying.
appreciate that.
But
Would you like to spend your resolve point, Lahan?
Oh, I was, yes. I take 10 minutes to do the medicine and
Sure. Just don't want you to
to
forget.
resolve it. I mean, I was debating if I really needed to, because, if I get hit again, we already have problems. So.
Sure. I mean, just want you.
at the same time, I mean, it's
It
always good.
doesn't hurt to get it back.
Doesn't hurt to get your stamina back, and it doesn't hurt for me to take resolve points away.
I still have 15. I think we're good.
I have 11 of 16, so
That's the
I'm
more
burning the
important
candle at
part.
both ends.
Not gonna lie.
What am I going to use resolve points for? I don't think I even have anything, honestly.
You should become a Melophile Mystic, then you'll burn them like crazy.
Sure.
Learn how to deflect projectiles with a melee weapon.
Well, that's pretty
Put
good.
that put said melee weapon on the end of your gun,
Like a bayonet, yeah.
like a
Exactly.
bayonet.
So you have spent about
Starfinder
20
system.
minutes, 20 to 30 minutes sitting here because you were putting some like Hello Kitty band-aids on Artania, and casting some spells on Artania, and then you were, relaxing, playing that Crystal PlayStation or whatever to get your stamina back. What would you like to do now? You're in this big ol' area, and there's another set of doors.
Let's open the other doors.
To the other doors. Jacinto will walk alongside Artania.
Ava or Grar, would one of you like to throw open these doors, perhaps?
Yes.
I'm over Grar. Grar has been a massive fan of the disrespect
Beep, beep.
property here.
Rar is living example of disrespect to your surrounding.
Disrespect for property.
Grar is the avatar of disrespect.
Mm-hmm. Chaos.
I don't know if Grar
You are-
has the concept of property.
Pure primal chaos.
Is there directions like wall signs indicating which way to go in this hallway, or are we just kind of
That looks
guessing?
like another hologram to our north there. It's a symbol on the map of you.
Your characters can't see it.
Oh, okay. That's
Oh,
fair.
well.
I'm just pretending I don't see anything on this map except for the walls of the hallway we're in right now.
I'm not looking at the game.
I'm just not even playing.
Life's being a good player.
Hey, as a player, I can note something and you can tell me my character.
No, I was just poking fun. Yeah, you walk in here, and as Lahan walks through the doors, the potato-shaped individual, Star-Lord Karzog, another hologram does appear. He's like, "Why haven't you surrendered or died yet?"
Well, technically, nothing's tried to kill us since the last time you showed your ugly face.
And he's like, he just stomps his foot, and I think he still has the weird mustache.
Excellent.
And he just kind of does like this high-pitched whining sound, and I need everyone to make a fortitude save.
Ugh.
This is going to be really obnoxious if this happens every time we open a prompting door.
And can I hack that hologram?
It's not technological. It's just magic.
I passed this fortitude save probably. Let's see about Artania. No.
So, Lahan failed. Jacinto
Perfect.
succeeded. Garar failed somehow. Artania failed. And Ava succeeded. So, those of you that failed are going to take full damage, which it's not an insane amount of damage. It's merely 60-12. So 38 sonic damage as his whining reaches unprecedented levels, and it hurts your eardrums so bad.
Half to those who passed, I presume.
Half to those who passed.
Which is 19 damage.
19
Yeah.
for those that succeeded.
I'm so sorry, Jet. I only take 3 of that.
Yeah,
Jacinto
it
is
was a
going
monster.
to. Jacinto's going to roll his eyes and try to make another mysticism check to shut off this, try to magical equivalent of like hack the network and shut down these holograms, perchance.
I believe in you.
This is annoying.
So, okay, real quick, your goal is to sort of end this magical transmission. What's your backup plan? Because last
now
time you got a
we're
mustache.
Yeah, so that was the mustache. Now, of course, we're going to add some... his eyebrows are going to be, like, perpendicular to how they normally go. So we're going to, like, transition his eyebrows to go like this instead.
Okay.
So he'll look just very surprised.
So his
His
will,
eyebrows.
his eyes will look like exclamation points.
I was just gonna say that. Oh god.
Yes. I'm glad you got my picture, my vision here.
Sure.
Here it is.
Mental image
That's a
accepted.
48.
Okay.
My
yeah.
god.
You definitely banish him from your presence. You end his magical transmission. And what would you like to do now? You can go left or you can go right.
Jacinto is going to sigh to everybody and say, it's probably best if I give us a little protection from magical full fleam. And Jacinto is going to cast Mass Mystical Aegis.
Oh, beautiful.
We have seen this before. It was in the dragon fight. Basically, it gives us 50%. Well, it gives us half damage on damaging arcane magic spells, and gives us temporary hit points to boot. Can only be reduced by magical damage.
Love that.
Yes. So everybody has 45 temporary hit points. Any other damage, not from spells, impressive, is applied to hit points like normal. And when the various temporary hit points drop to 0, the spell is discharged. I imagine, since I'm targeting 5 people, that their instance of the spell would be discharged and not the whole spell for everyone.
Do I have some sort of modifier on me?
Why?
I don't know.
My armor is lower than it should be.
Do you have a condition?
No.
Oh, and also, sidebar, this gives everyone a +2 morale bonus to saving throws against spells, spell-like abilities, and supernatural abilities.
Nice. Perfect.
Yes.
You don't need that.
Not anymore, I just banished him, but you know, I like to be cautious.
For the next one, he seems to be everywhere.
Oh, surely there won't be any more holograms, right? Rule of 2s, don't they say?
Surely.
Rule of 2.
Yes, yes.
Don't call me Shirley.
All right. Then we should probably, we see a door to the left, right? Arcing
You
around
do.
this way.
And then the corridor also curves to the right. You have options.
Left?
Sure. You can follow Larry's rule of left.
I don't know. Somebody's better feeling about right.
Or Ronnie's rule of right. Let's
Conundrum.
follow Larry.
Larold?
And a door.
Get up here, frontliners.
Sorry, for those unaware, my internet has been giving me issues today, and I'm trying. I'm sure trying. Did it work? Did it finally stay? Oh my
It
gosh.
did. You made it.
You did it successfully.
Everything's fine!
All right, so you'd like to open those doors? You can. As I mentioned last time, which it's been 2 weeks, so you might have forgotten. All of these doors, as giant and heavy as they are, because they're made of precious metals and encrusted in gems and whatnot. Just the lightest touch causes them to swing soundlessly open.
And if I engineered them so that they all stuck,
They'd be real heavy. But they're also precious metals, so their melting point's not especially high. If they could just get like a plasma torch or a plasma.
I have one of those in my backpack.
So you can
Okay.
open those doors if you would like. Would you like to do so? Okay. You enter into a throne room. This is probably not the double secret throne room that was spoken of in legend. The interior of this dazzling chamber is awash in gold. There is light shining from every surface. It shines off of gems. There's silver inlaid into the gold, or a silver metal anyway. It could be mithril, who knows. There are bas-reliefs. There's just so much, and it creates a kaleidoscope of color and riches. There is a checkerboard pattern in the floor. It is alternating gold and no-qual floor tiles. It's absurd. It's absurd. and there is a leading to a throne that's directly in front of you, upon which sits a woman, actually. There are actually rubies set into the floor in a sort of faux red carpet. It
Fancy.
is the throne that the woman sits upon. It's basically a giant solid piece of diamond with veins of gold and other precious metals grown throughout it. It looks pretty cool. And someone, I don't know, stuck some sort of light underneath it. So it's glowing from within, and that looks pretty dope.
Well, this doesn't look like the double secret throne room.
It most certainly does not.
Should we try somewhere else?
I think we should.
You're like, we should probably try somewhere else, and you start to show, and there's the woman who is sitting on the throne is just looking at you as you're looking into the throne room, just scoping it out.
You said the doors just sort of slide open and shut, right?
They just
Just sort of wave as we close it again.
Good.
you start to hear thump,
just-
thump, 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 thump.
Lohan moves back
We should probably roll initiative.
and aims her up at the door.
I love it.
I love how you're like, nah, that's just the regular throne room. Let's just leave.
Oh, I rolled the same thing. Oh no! There. Now it's right.
Alright. I've got Hero Lab loading up some things. I wasn't sure which direction you were going to go, and I didn't want to load, like, everything. So it'll be just one
How dare
moment.
you? We're missing an Ava and initiative, but I'm betting Life's internet's being jumped on the face they're making.
Wow, that was an awful dice roll for that.
You mean, great.
Nope. Super duper awful.
I don't think that word means what you think it means.
Huh.
But, you know, that's probably part of the theme of this play.
Yeah.
Redefining words to mean whatever you want them to mean.
If I was
Bunch
a
of people
smarter
pleasers.
person, I could have worked that into some sort of riddle that was within the pinnacle of avarice, but I am not a smarter person.
Nah. Jay, you have to stop telling us when you have these plans. Don't follow through on.
I didn't have that idea. I just thought of that idea as you mentioned that, and then I mentioned that I don't have the brain power to actually create a puzzle based around that anyway. But Lahan, you react first. What would you like to do as you're like, Ava, please shut the door. We don't need to go there. It is a silly place.
Well, I guess if the door is still open, what's the range of my combat dragon? Does it range?
And
It's
I will
really far away.
describe that woman. I said there was a woman. She
Mhm.
is beautiful. She's human, but she has crystals, diamonds even, growing out of her skin in a. It could have been a very grotesque thing, but all it does is accent her beauty. And she is sitting in a beautiful set of hard light armor that is designed to do nothing but accentuate her physical presence, and laying across her thighs before she stood up was a blade. It is a longsword of impeccable craftsmanship. Also appears to be made of gold or some other precious metal that bears a striking resemblance to gold. And it appears to have glowing runes etched into its length.
That looks like a prize we might want to take. My move action, I'll combat track in front for level 3.
You do that now?
I can. I track 3 targets at once, friend.
Dang.
It's level 15 multitasking. And I just have to be able to see him. I double checked. Well, Jet was telling us all about the cool sword. And heck, I guess I won't take a shot just yet because they're not quite after us. But how high are the ceilings? The door all the way to the ceiling.
They're like 100 feet high.
Doors too.
The doors are a little bit less than 100 feet, but they're very high. They're designed to accommodate huge creatures at the very least, if not bigger.
Sweet. Well, I'll kick myself up 20 feet off the ground and pass to Grar.
Sure. Grar.
Alright. So, Grar does not have an eye for beauty. Grar does not understand what the big deal is. Grar switches on his safe circuit and rockets across the room to charge this baddie.
They did leave a path for charging, which our bear cannot resist.
Did you say this baddie or this daddy?
Baddie? Excuse
Okay.
me.
Sorry,
Keep your mind out of the gutter, GM.
I'm genuinely misheard. I apologize.
No harm done. I've got a super long range, so I don't even need to. So, mechanically, I'm over there. I would like to say cinematically, what I do is I flip on, like I hit a couple buttons, I flip on my jetpack, I rocket, and I crush into this giant ornamental throne, and knock the bad person, whoever she or he or it or whatever it may be, onto the ground. So I'm gonna make a trip attack.
Sure you are. You're also getting attack of opportunity upon you.
At this range?
There's a giant to your side.
Also, but they haven't acted in combat yet.
True. Thank you for reminding me. And that
All
is
right,
versus
33 against the EAC, of course.
EAC. Let me see. That will miss. You charge, and
Okay.
she pirouettes.
That's alright.
Oh, rude.
I'm a patient bear.
Are you? Everything I've seen
I'm
suggests
absolutely not.
otherwise. Jacinto, what would you like to do? Grar just charged in, and the woman very deftly just pirouetted around his charge.
Hey, Grar, you don't need to move much out there, do you? You can touch any of them.
Yep.
All right. Shards incoming. And Jacinto casts one of the best spells in Starfinder, Etheric Shards.
No.
Ava is notably still in the hallway and not out there yet.
Ava also has a jetpack, though, right?
Yeah.
And shurikens.
The shards are only 10 feet high.
You're muted, Leif. But
Just saying, shurikens are swiftly becoming outpaced by regular weapons. There's believe it or not, there's a gap in the shuriken list between levels 14 and 18.
okay.
Lame.
It is
So
actually
what we really need is cool shurikens for Ava.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Well, Leif, are you, as a player, okay with me casting
Yeah.
Etheric Shards?
No,
Okay.
yeah, as you pointed out, I do have a jetpack. has immediately become a non-issue.
Okay, yeah, I figured because.
Thank you for reminding me of my own gear.
Hey, you got it, friend. I only remembered because this hasn't been an issue in the past. So I 10-foot squares of shards. And this is only casting a 3rd level spell slot. Delicious. Jet, can I have a 10-foot? Do we have a 10-foot? We do. Look at us.
To save.
They're 10-foot.
We did this last
squares.
time. Yeah, we did this last time. Can we
Oh,
can we just draw on the map to make it so that Roll20
All right,
doesn't have an
so-
aneurysm? I'm
Yes,
sorry.
1000%. Let me. All right, Polygon. I should have been preparing this ahead of time, knowing that I was going to do this.
Yeah, just drawing squares on the map.
Yes, 100%. So I'm summoning them here. That's 2 squares. 3 squares. 4 squares. 5 squares. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Man, this is riveting audio.
Yeah, it's great.
10.
I'm absolutely enjoying myself now
this
that I
spell
don't
has
have to
been-
go through these.
Yeah, this spell has been cast by Jacinto, and as he does so, these semi-ethereal shards just burst out of the floor, stabbing into these giants, and probably not Grar. I feel like Grar flew up a little bit.
Yes.
I always pictured it as like the air was shimmering and giving.
It'd be kind of
Like,
interesting if it
ethereal.
was...
Glass in the air.
It'd be kind of interesting if it was like a fractal distortion in space and time or something.
Yeah,
Like you're
yeah.
kind of getting like splinched as you get too close.
Yeah, more like
Hey.
that.
Getting what?
But yeah, splinched.
Is that a technical term?
It's from the book series written by She Who Must Not Be Named.
Interesting.
yeah.
Okay.
It's not
Which
splinched.
one?
It's spliced. It's not
No,
splinched.
I'm pretty sure it's splinched.
No,
Splice is a real word. She made up a word for this.
Yeah, she made
I
up
don't
a
think
word
it's a
for
made
it.
up word.
Spliced is real.
Harry Potter. I just googled it. So
Spliced?
anyway, we vamped enough because I've filled this room with 16 cubes of death.
Yep.
And most of them are in the area of combat. Some of them lead towards us in the doorway out the hallway. And then Jacinto. Hi.
Tom,
Yes.
because I hate myself, shouldn't it be 17 because you have the glove?
You know what? It should be 18 because I have 2 things that boost my caster level. Jet, you're a gem.
Oops. No. I didn't mean to do that
What
to
have
you.
you done?
Ah!
I didn't mean to do that to you. Did I fix it?
My beautiful. It's done. It's fixed. All right. So I will draw 2 more, and
Okay.
then I'll do. Why do you keep moving them?
I was trying to grab it and then send it to the map layer, but then apparently I got within the buffer where it wants to grab and move instead of highlight.
Bummer. Can you hit Control Z? That might move them. Oh,
Yeah.
there. And we'll do. I don't know. Arbitrarily throw one right there as well. Good. It's gonna be a mess in there. This is the messiest spell. That is my standard action. For my move action, I will spend a 2nd level spell slot to activate Song of the Spheres as a move action, which is a 60-foot thing. Ooh, is that actually worth it in such a big fight? I don't think it is, actually. So I'm not going to do that. Instead, I will just say, go Artania, and Artania will fly forward 10 feet off the ground in that general direction, and Jacinto will move in a little bit to get closer to his friends. That's my turn.
All right.
Oh, actually, I'm going to move 1 cube. I want to put a cube on the throne. Because,
Okay.
Of course I do.
Which cube would you like on the throne? Oh god.
The
whole world
earth
moved.
moved under my feet.
I feel the sky tumbling down.
The sky is falling. Let's say, Jet, this one over here, I believe this is a single square. So,
Yeah, let's see.
in
if-
terms of the drawing.
Let's see if
no,
roll-
you know what? Don't worry about it. I'll just draw another one, and we won't count that one.
Okay,
Don't,
yeah,
don't,
because roll 20
don't break the world.
doesn't want me to do that.
I can't imagine why. My turn is now officially over.
Okay, it is her turn, and she kind of looks at you imperiously, and she's like, "Ah, you what? What are you doing here? Come over here and
Well done.
subject yourself to my blade." And she's going to lift off of the ground and sort of fly towards Grar.
Right,
not
we should rename this place the Ministry of Silly Voices.
Not before making me a reflex save.
Yes, yes, she will.
For moving through, I believe, potentially 5, because it's 5 feet.
I think it
and
was
it's a
2
10-foot
squares.
Yeah. All right, 2 reflex saves then, Brad.
31 and 23.
Oh, 23 stands a chance of failure. What's my level? My DC. 23 is my DC. Dang it. All right, well, she's still going to take 2d8 slashing damage as she flies through my shot. Maximum damage. 16 points of slashing damage. Get out of chat, bot.
Yeah.
That's...
But I thought I had banned all those words.
Moderator action. Anyway, she can continue her turn.
Sure. She lifts off the ground, glides elegantly towards Grar, and then sort of nonchalantly, almost daintily, backhandedly slashes with her sword at the great bear.
She seemed nonchalant, but she is in fact very chalant.
Extremely chalant.
49 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
For 59 just slashing damage.
Okay.
That's her actions. So Ava, you get to respond to this oh so elegant woman who is laying into your bear for like the first time I think this has ever happened. Is someone's actually laying into your bear?
Leave the bear alone. Ava is going to charge, and as she does, she's going to move up until she's skimming on top of the shards there. And charging means she gets to move 80 feet times 3, so I'm not even going to worry about distance until she's right here. And at the end of the charge, she's just going to punch the lady. I guess I'd have to end like here. All right. Ooh, no. Oh, we're going to do this instead because, yeah, I can. And I'm finally fighting somebody who's my size. Ava flies up, and as she does, you all notice that her gauntlets don't glow with energy. Instead, you see this little shing of something small and very bright in between her hands appear, and she... Yeah, with a 44, like, comes down, swoops up, and, like, around this lady's throat places a grapple. A garrote, rather.
Oh, no.
A real quick, hey Leif, roll D100 for me.
I'm curious. 50.
You're fine.
Okay,
So 53 damage is a decent amount.
And she is also unable to speak because stop talking, please. Just stop. Just go to sleep. Just go to sleep. Just go to sleep. Just go to sleep.
What did you have against her beautiful dulcet tones?
Nothing, of course. So Ava's basically like hovering over this person, trying to hang her with a
All right. Gosh. I'm just picturing
You have
the...
a murder elf in another game.
Yeah, you do
It's
lots
another
of-
one, huh? Lots of murder elves.
Lots of murder, yeah. I believe you're done, right, Ava?
Oh man, hold on.
Because you did charge and then attack.
Charge, but see, I can charge and at the end of the charge do an attack. So I technically still have a move action. That said, I don't know what I'm going to use it for, and I'm just going to kind of look and see if there's an option here while I pass my turn.
Sure. All right. So, the attendant that she had standing next to her throne is what I am referring to as a Warden of Cosmic Thunder. They're wearing some dope armor. They've got some giant hammers strapped to their backs. And, I don't know, they're wearing non-accurate Viking helms, as can be seen in their tokens. And the horns, I guess, are made of lasers, because that's just fun. Because why not? And one of them's just going to start trudging forward. And it is going to have to make a number of saves, Tom. I fully accept that. I believe 1, 2, 3, 4, because they're such a big base. No, 4, 5, 6, probably, actually. Because they're 3 wide. And it is...
Yeah.
And then as it moves forward, it draws a hammer. That will be all its actions, but I do need to make, I believe, 6 reflex saving throws.
No big deal.
28.
The number is 23. If they get
Okay.
lower than a 23, let me know.
Will do. 1 fail. One fail.
All right. He is bleeding 1, and he will take 6d8 slashing damage.
That's a
23 points of slashing damage.
it's a good chunk of damage, Tom.
I know.
Bleeding 1
Oh,
and
keeps on-
23. Ow, that tickled. That's all its actions. I'm going to pass the turn to an individual.
This is an individual we can't see.
I don't know what you're talking about. You're drunk. I'm just contemplating things. And this individual that was going to take an attack of opportunity on Grar, but couldn't because Tom rightly pointed out that they had not acted yet in combat, is going to grab their hammer from over their shoulder and attempt to bring it down upon this interloper that is garroting their leader, silencing her dulcet tones.
If he wants to be flat-footed and not take damage, he can do that, or he can make a single reflex save.
He's not moving, so I think he'll just be flat-footed.
Although, now contradicting myself, movement through an area, creature that remains motionless within the area takes no damage. But such a creature is flat-footed unless it moves enough to defend itself, which forces it to take damage and attempt a saving throw.
Sure. So
Would you rule him drawing a hammer as moving? because he's not standing motionless.
I think what we've done in the past is, as long as they don't actually move, I think they're fine. Like, as long as they...
Then flat-footed.
Yeah, he's definitely flat-footed. And he will attempt to bring the hammer down upon Ava, the foul intruder that has silenced the dulcet tones of his leader. Prepare to hopefully taste anti-ferromagnetic storm hammer. 37 to hit?
Just.
Just. Take 68 electric and bludgeoning damage, or some fraction of that, I presume. That's everything it has, because it drew a weapon and it attacked. And I feel like I have forgotten one of the giants on initiative.
It does seem that way.
So, real quick, I believe that
It's
giant...
the end of the round. Time to jump in.
Yeah,
Hey, Tom,
well,
do I still have Defrex Hardiness?
No, but if Ava thinks that Jacinto, he can cast that next turn.
He does, after getting smacked.
move the world, I didn't mean to.
Got that.
He's so strong.
I
There you go.
am strong here. I'll add that thing to initiative, but... Go, Lahan, go. You combat tracked a bunch of people.
Yeah, it's all but the one that's furthest back from me. Let's do a shot on the run. We're gonna go 60 feet. Oh, that's like, why am I not moving? Oh, because that's my ruler tool. That won't let me move. 60 feet in. Like I said, let's shot on the run because to be the second range increment. Sort of whatever I do here. She's hidden behind Gar, so I'll take a shot at the one off to, well, I guess it'll be Lahan's right, but it's my left screen.
The one with the little
where's my
leggies.
character sheet? Yes, with the little leggies. If I can, here we go. Alright, I closed my character sheet like a fool. Here's my rifle. That's a 34 to hit.
That will hit.
49 points of sonic damage, and if it has any spell resistance, please reduce it by 2.
Let me double check. I honestly... Yeah, it does have spell resistance, but...
Ah! Take that.
This weird blue hot dog
Automatic.
will be spell resistance.
Very good. And I will pass my turn to the giant that's up next.
49. All right. It is the giant that never acted's turn, and it's going to wade through this nonsense, having to make for another 6 saves, I think. Let's just get those saves out of the way. Come on. And it's 23, right?
23 is the magic number.
So 1 fail. Riveting, I know.
So captivating.
I know. This giant lumbers forward, trying to bob and weave and maybe even limbo underneath these, like, spatial tears. And it does get a piece of itself snagged and compressed down to, like, ultra-dense carbon as it fails one of its saving throws.
Aha!
Alright, it is net bleeding 1 and takes 27 points of slashing damage.
And it took its 27. It has bleeding 1. It has moved. Okay, this could be because I haven't... It's been mostly Pathfinder 2 lately. As part of a move, you can draw a weapon, correct? It's been a minute.
If you have a base attack bonus of at least 1.
It,
Sure,
do-
wait.
it does have that. So it moves forward, it drew the hammer, and it's going to swing upon Grar, our cuddly bear. Oh, I was just being super slow. 41 to hit. For...
Which one?
It's targeting KAC.
Then no.
No. Forgot how absurd your armor class is. That's its turn. Grar, it's your turn. Someone just bonked you with a hammer and it didn't do much.
That's all the fur.
It's all the fur. Too fuzzy for you all.
Your fur, it has crumple zones and it disperses the energy.
Exactly. Genetically superior. Anyway, so I'm going to use a different thing. So I've got this ability called Aspect Catalyst Exergy.
How would
Let me make sure. Let me make sure it links. There we go.
Aspect Catalyst.
So I got it improved, so it does 1d6 damage for 1 Vanguard level for the next damaging attack. So all 4 of them need to make a force save.
Okay. And the DC is...
I don't know how to calculate that, but
10 plus half your Vanguard level plus your con mod.
okay. So 10 plus 8 plus 7. So 25.
25. So... Okay. Oh my gosh. I rolled a 2. So that's 23. So that's 1 failure. I always go left to right and down. So the one with the little spell resistance hot dog and the tiny legs has failed its fortitude save. The next one would be her, she of the dulcet tones. She got a 31. She saved. The next one would be the bottom left one, who just tried to strike Ava, or did strike Ava, and Ava ignored a certain amount of it, I'm sure. A natural 1, so that one has failed. And then the last one is the one that stepped forward, injuring themselves, and then just bonking their hammer off of Grar, being defeated by furry crumple zones, but they did get a 37. So the 2 fails are the 2 giants to the left.
Alright, so that was my set. I'm not going to take a move, but I'm going to take a swift. Please hold.
Hold on to what?
Hold on to your hats because I'm going to go. Is this only for hit points, or
It's only for
resolve as
hit
well?
points. It's only for hit points.
Alright. In that case, I don't think I have anything that does that for resolve.
Stamina, you mean?
Yes, that one.
I don't think there is. There is a class feature for the nanocyte that will recover stamina that way.
Oh man, Gus.
But
Oh, Gus. The goodest boy.
Okay. So I
Nothing
think
but
that's
fond
I'm,
memories of Gus.
I'm in no hurry to move.
okay, would that be all for you then?
That'll be all for me. Thank you very much.
Sure.
Our extraplanar shenanigans needed Gus to survive.
All right, Jacinto, you have unleashed literal hell upon this throne room.
I think literal hell is a bit hyperbolic.
Yeah, just a bit.
It is hellish. So
Hell adjacent?
You've,
Holy hell, just
you've unleashed heck.
hell-ish.
Yes.
hell adjacent, heck, yes, all of these things and more.
My next monster of the week character is going to be from Heck.
Both Jacinto and Artania are gonna move into the room a little more from here. No, they're too far away.
Heck is empty. All the spicy boys are here.
Artania is going to zoom. Oh, right. He has a sonic attack. So Artania is going to come entice this giant and shoot it with sonic energy. As he flutters into the air and his wings begin flapping, vibrating even very quickly. And sending out good vibrations to giant to the southeast. One attack. It's only a 25 versus the AC.
25 is not going to do it. I am very sorry.
No, that's reasonable. That's all I have for this turn. I guess Jacinto could cast the range on and close.
You have to cast it inside of Heck.
Yeah, I'm going to be in heck to be able to do this. So yeah, no, Jacinto's gonna just pass his turn. He's happy.
Sure. It's her turn. She is grappled. There is a sonic garrote around her throat. Leif, what does she have to do to make that stop?
Counter grapple or kill me.
Kill Ava.
All right,
Yeah, the
so
only way I have
so
a grapple is to murder
you're
the
behind
thing
her,
grappling you.
yanking back on this sonic garrote, and she reverses the grip on her sword, and she just starts stabbing behind her into your tum-tum. That's what's gonna happen. Hopefully she hits, but she might very well not, because you're a monster.
She's grappled, so she is flat-footed.
Okay. Decreases her armor class. I cannot remember. Does that affect attack?
I don't know.
I'll just toggle the condition on, and Hero
There
Lab
you
will take
go.
care of it for me. Flat-footed. My internet's just being slow tonight. Come on, there we are. Alright. Condition has been applied. Let me roll my dice. She's gonna stab you real quick about 3 times.
Hey, this isn't Pathfinder 2.
This is a strictly soldier thing.
43 to hit,
Hits,
32 to hit,
misses,
34 to hit.
misses.
Okay, first one hits for a total of 76 slashing damage. As this this longsword slides just right through your armor, as though it were soft cheese.
I
Really,
Oh.
really would like that Defrex hardiness.
forgot. Next time, just shout at me.
I'm not in charge of your turns.
I forgot. There was so many things that happened between my turn and my next turn. I'm sorry.
Ava, do your worst, which I'm sure will be absolutely awful.
We're gonna maintain the grapple. Do we have a reroll?
I believe we do. Let us check. The
I think
request.
Torek has been being
Oh,
kind as always.
Torek has a +1 to any roll. That is not a reroll. If anybody would like to see
Ooh.
Leif maintain this graph.
Yes, gladly continue choking this person out.
you can give us this power for just 1,000 stream points.
I was just about to start singing that. Get out of here. Oh my god, you guys.
Get out of my head, Lee.
In the arms
I gave you
of...
reroll.
This violence can be yours for the low, low price, though.
But there's a catch. There's a catch for Taurus reroll.
What is
You
it?
have to stop when the head comes off.
Okay. I'll do my best. Ava gets a little, shark-eyed sometimes, but I think we can manage. All right. With this reroll, and then they just kind of roll back, and it's just all nothing but black.
Like her soul.
Just blood in the water. In the memory of Joel, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000.
I was gonna say we should dedicate this one to Ripsy.
There we go.
Ripsy. Oh.
Dearly departed Joel.
Yes. That turns it into a 40 to hit.
A 40 to hit KAC plus 8?
Lat foot it. Hold on. No. This is already accounted for. God, it's been so long.
Yeah, I 100% get that.
No, this is accounted for in my rolls already.
So it accounts for KAC plus 8. So this is just versus KAC? Or is this EAC?
Yes. No, it's against EAC, and because I'm using a garrote, it's not KAC plus 8.
Sure. Okay. So that matches exactly. It's very good that it was against EAC. So you have maintained it, and in the process you do 41 damage, I imagine.
Yes.
Gosh, that is horrific.
I'm looking up the rules here.
That's fine. If we're doing it wrong, we'll correct it later. This other giant is going to be... Get off her! We need to hear her voice. It's so delightful! And she's just gonna smash at you with its hammer. Hero Lab.
I think we should just trap them in a box and walk away. Wait, this is what we tried to do!
They don't cotton to your closing the doors on them. 37 versus your KAC.
That'll hit.
What I should have done was made an engineering check to stick the doors so we could just walk away.
69 bludgeoning damage.
Nice. Also, once again, terribly sorry.
Bludgeoning and electric, sorry.
Is this guy also going to be flat-footed, Jet?
Yes, they will be flat-footed. And they need to take 1 point of damage.
Excellent. That's gonna pay off. I promise.
It's the bleed. Really is.
I know he technically has more actions, but I did not want a full attack because that's awful for hitting Ava or Grar. So they're just going to stand there and pass their turn.
They don't want to try? Just live a little. Come on.
And the doors over there swing wide.
Uh-oh. We've heckled the GM too much, guys.
And a large rune-covered giant lumbers into the room. They are what I'm referring to as my warden of runes. And they are dragging an anime style, just gargantuan blade on the ground behind them.
Avon, get him! Back up!
And that movement was actually just one action, that move action. And the doors are so light and open at the slightest touch. It doesn't even take anything to open them. And it just you hear the skittering across these precious metals and gemstones as this blade gouges a furrow in them, and they just do like an overhand slash down at Ava as they take in this hellish tableau, as they bring their devastation blade down upon Ava, potentially. 46 to hit.
That'll hit.
For 75 raw slashing damage. And I do want to remind you that that damage you took last time, there was a little bit of electricity in that. This one is just pure slashing.
Man. Definitely not counting the 50 some odd damage that would have been done if only I'd had something to deal damage when I took damage.
And it's
Yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it?
It's this other giant's turn. The guy that has the tiny legs and the penalty to their spell resistance. And they have a hammer. And they're gonna bonk Ava. Or try to. Because they've been trying for a while.
Are they flat-footed, Jet, or are they taking slashing damage?
They
They
are
have to ask every
flat-footed.
turn.
They're not moving. They're just attacking. Once.
Okay.
27 will miss, Ava. You barely, in your struggle with this woman who, with the dulcet tones, you're kind of bobbing and weaving in the air over the hellish etheric shards, and the hammer narrowly misses you, and it is Lahan's turn. You have a new real big target.
I do. I don't have that one combat track, and I'm still a little bit far away. So I'm gonna do a fun that I haven't really had a good excuse to do yet. And strafe as I fly over closer to the one I shot last time and shoot it twice.
This is very
Wah, wah,
anime.
wah.
This is very anime, and I love this visual. Just. Oh gosh.
Good God.
Oh.
Two crits!
Hell.
Oh man, Spirit of Joel must be watching over us tonight.
Not dead.
He's going to have his spirit watching over us.
It's like
from
it's
the
almost
land
like
of
I
the
can,
living.
it's almost like I can still hear him.
Not dead.
So that is 2 critical hits for
102 damage on the first one. And it needs to make a fort save or gain the nauseation for 1 round.
fortitude save. Okay.
Was this on one of the giants that failed the Vanguard explosion save?
It is. It is.
Beautiful.
Allow me to roll 16d6 damage.
Is it 16? Oh, you have the advanced one. It is 16.
Uh-huh.
Another 61.
And then my second attack does 95 points of damage. And another fort save against nauseate.
Sure. Let me roll 31 on the first fort save.
Oh, you know what I didn't, I haven't written down how we
And then 22 on the
that-
second. 31 and 22. 31 and 22. And you said 90, how much? 95. 85.
95. Yeah, 85.
85.
40 and 45. Weapon. Crit.
Oh, that was a
PC.
spicy turn.
Tentacles half the item's level.
Plus your dex mod.
Alright, so this is level 17, so it's 18 plus my dex mod is a 7. 25 is the DC.
So succeeded on the first one, failed on the second one. So it's nauseated.
For 1 round. It was still alive.
It is still alive, but it looks super messed up.
I'm
Aha.
in the first half.
Also, reduce its spell resistance by another 4.
I will do so. Should
And that's my turn.
should Jacinto target it, It has.
You can command that one now, pretty easily now, I bet.
That is true.
Oh, man, that is such a just a visually very intense turn that Lahan just took there. It is another giant's turn. This other giant is going to try and bonk Grar, hopefully managing to overcome the fuzzy crumple zones.
The most advanced fur in the galaxy. Proceed.
Where? There it is. Man. 29 to hit. Big 29 is going to again.
Let's not waste our time with that one.
Yeah, I know. I'm almost at the point where I'm just going to start having that one full attack you just on the off chance I roll a natural 20. It is now Grar's turn to respond to whatever Grar wants to respond to.
Alright, so the giant up top took how much damage?
Over 200.
Right, and it's still vertical, huh?
Yep.
This is gonna take approximately forever. Alright.
I thought we bring
Fine.
back massive damage rules.
I don't know what that is, but it sounds cool.
I got
Anyway,
eaten by witches last time we had massive damage rules.
okay.
Alright, go ahead.
Moving on. I'm gonna entropic strike the two pseudo Viking giants on the left. The first attack is gonna be at the top one. The second attack is gonna be on the bottom one.
Okay. Oh man. Another critical hit.
Another critical hit. Oh, that top one. So the top one is going to take 118 damage, and the bottom one is going to take 61, assuming it 37 hits its EAC, and trigger the Vanguard ability.
Yeah, it will trigger the Vanguard ability.
So the bottom one will take 126 damage.
126 total.
Correct. I assume the top one just blows up in a fine giant mist and leaves its Viking helmet clanks to the ground and rattles around a bit.
You would think so, but it's hanging on by a thread.
Jesus Christ,
Oh
guys.
my gosh.
It's as though I'm trying to whittle away at your resources.
Is 300 plus damage.
I it's a new spell. It's called Magnificent Mansion.
Jacinto. Speaking of spellcasters,
I like that one.
Jacinto.
Man, if I had access to that one, I would certainly take that one.
Right? If only. We would like to rest in the middle of the dungeon, please.
In the middle of the mummy lich's, the mummy's house. Yes, on his couch. Sorry, callbacks to things that people don't know about. I'm gonna cast Defrex Hardiness on Ava.
Artana.
Yep, I cast it on Grar. No, Jacinto is going to reach through the connection that we have as a group with my mind link, and using my cool 15th level alternate mystic epiphany, I can cast touch spells at a range of mental. I believe as long as you're within 100 feet of me. So, Ava, you now have Defrex Hardiness. Go ham. And then Jacinto will politely request that the two of you run away. Most of the giants are flat-footed. So, it would behoove you to get behind the field of death that I have created.
So,
Or at least out of the middle of it.
alright. So Grar didn't.
Uh-oh.
Oh
Conrad
no, look
froze.
at that! Why?
Assuming that he's going to come back eventually, I will continue my
I
turn.
apologize for the interruption. Go ahead.
Oh,
I was
you
on. We
cut
only
out.
had to. Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't interrupt much. What did you want to say, Conrad?
Nothing. Please continue.
Okay. Jacinto will once again reiterate that the two of you should move back and let them wade through the sea of etheric shards that I have created for you. And then Artania is going to take a shot at Giant in the southeast once again with his wings. 28 versus EAC?
Versus EAC, that will still miss.
Is it within +1?
Wait. 1 second. I was looking at the wrong one. No, I was looking at the right one. Nope, that's still a miss.
How about a +1?
No.
Yeah? All right. A guy can hope. Artania's just...
applaud you asking.
Artania will then scoot back, as will Jacinto. And that is our turn.
Sure. It is now the most dulcet toned of enemies, who is unable to talk currently. Because there is a garrote around her throat, just strangling the very life from her. And she is, I won't say getting desperate, but she's not enjoying this experience, so she's going to continue with her stab spree. Because it's the only logical target for her aggression. So 3 quick stabs. Let's just, oh no.
Oh no.
So 44 to hit.
Hits.
Ooh.
Natural 20 to hit.
Hold on. Let's go one at a time here. How much is the first one?
Okay. 78 slashing.
Okay.
You do blunt some of that, and then I take 17 damage, I believe.
17 or 18?
18.
18?
Okay. Still up.
Sure. I assume you're going to want to spend some resolve points to activate your Dented Casa for the critical hit to negate the crit.
No, actually, because it doesn't matter. I'm going down either way.
Oh no.
Okay. 147 damage on the crit.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
Massive damage is double your hit points, right?
I
I
believe
think,
so.
yeah.
Okay, then I'm fine. Unconscious.
Yeah. You fall unconscious, and the last attack is not going to target an unconscious Ava, and I'm not going to just redirect it at another person in the moment. So I think she just stabs empty air as you fall down.
The remaining damage is equal to or greater than your maximum hit points. Yeah.
Oh. How many hit points did it?
Wait, hold on. No, say that again. Not double. It's
If you take damage from a single attack that reduces you to 0 HP, and there is damage remaining, you die instantly if the remaining damage is equal to or greater than your maximum hit points.
Oh my.
how much damage did was the first attack there, Jet?
It was 78. Oh man, I never thought I would do this.
Jen, I was joking when I said kill Ava.
Yeah, I was joking about the massive damage thing too.
Ava dies.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit.
Can we fix that?
Yes.
Oh, we can fix that.
It can be fixed.
Jacinto?
Oh, you have very good, if slightly absent-minded, mystic on your side. We will fix this, but not after some emotional trauma first.
Gosh dang it, Jacinto, now is not the time for theatrics.
No, I mean, it's just gonna feel that. Wow.
Do you have a spell on hand for death?
I have several spells on hand for death.
Good.
She, as Ava falls, She grabs the garrote and pulls it from her throat, and she coughs. And, right, you lot, get him. Try harder. It would be Ava's turn. It is not anymore. This giant can reach Grar and is going to just swing wildly, emboldened by his leader. I'm feeling conflicting emotions right now, everybody. I'm feeling... oh, thank you. I will do that. Don't want to forget that. Because it's an accomplishment to drop Ava, but at the same time I feel sad because Ava got dropped. 28 will miss Grar. A 38, I'm sure misses Grar because a 40-something missed Grar before.
Yep.
It is the big boy's turn. The big boy has enough reach to hit Grar and is going to swing their anime sword at Grar. Go. .44 to hit.
Ah, just barely got it.
Oh, man. 81 slashing damage.
Alright. Oh man, you got me the red health.
That is a first. All right. This guy is also gonna, with renewed fervor, as their dulcet-toned commander has requested maximum effort. They are going to full attack Grar, probably missing unless I roll a natural 20. I did not for the first one, and I did not for the second one, and it's literally the only way it can hit Grar. Lahan.
Seeing Ava go down, let's set off a distracting little explosion in the area of our boss. Oh, that's 45 feet. I have to move. Alright, I changed my mind. In that case, she's too far away too. Well, I guess, are there electronics within, 30 feet of her that are within 40 feet of me?
She's wearing advanced technological armor.
Right, she's
gadgets.
45 feet away.
Oh. I mean, all of her soldiers are wearing technological pieces of armor.
Okay, cool.
Like, you could hack a giant's armor to do the distraction, I imagine.
Yeah, as long as it's within 30 feet of her.
Yeah, tiny legs.
Is it my... computers or my distracted hack? Here it is. Hack a computer. So it's computers. So that is 40 on my feint. My move action.
40 versus... Sorry, I'm still distracted. I'm not gonna lie.
Feint is 15 is versus 15 plus 1.5 times CR, or 10 plus their sense motive, whichever is higher.
Yes.
That actually does not work.
What?
If my mental math is correct.
Oh. Well, how very rude. I did only roll a 5. And with my standard action, we'll take a shot at the boss with a 43 to hit EAC.
That super duper does hit.
It's not not flat-footed, unfortunately, but it'll still hit, which is great. 43 sonic damage, and reduce her spell resistance by 2.
Okay, spell resistance.
Spread of spell resistance. Whoa.
Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to get in close enough. She was behind Grar before.
Were you done after that? I'm sorry. I hit
Yes, yep, that's it.
Okay, this giant, again, has been going after Gar for a while, unsuccessfully. He's gonna keep doing it. Not a crit. Not a crit. Very close. Just Grar, you're basically immune to these small giants. Small giants. It is your turn. You have a fallen companion right next to you.
No. So here's what I'm gonna do. With my standard action, I'm gonna grab Ava. I'm going to start moving away, trying to dodge the crap that's top put on the ground. Actually, you know what? I've got a jetpack. They're 10 feet up.
Yeah.
You all giants don't have jetpacks. So I whoosh out of the room. Take up Ava and whoosh out of the room. Probably taking a whole bunch of attacks for opportunity. So I've got a swift action to restore 8d6 worth of health. So I assume they don't mechanically take at the same time. But can I have like a reaction in case my health drops really, really low?
Yeah, I'm sure that they're not.
flat-footed.
Yeah. Yeah, all of them are. I just forgot to I forgot to toggle the tiny legs on this giant here. But the big guy.
I'll be honest, I've got no idea what those pictures mean.
Yeah,
but go ahead.
It's for me mostly. The big guy, you are leaving his threatened area, which I think you're at the. You're not moving through his threatened area, so I think you're fine. Actually, because those little guys cannot hit you unless they get natural 20s. There's. I can roll 3 attacks if you'd like, but it would need to be a 20.
They're flat-footed, so they can.
Oh yeah,
right,
and they're flat-footed. Yeah, sorry, and it wouldn't have even mattered. Look at those rolls.
All right.
Okay.
I get to the door wishes open, and I just yeet Ava through the door.
No, I need her.
What? I don't eat Ava. I set Ava down. Sorry, I eat Ava on the wall. Ava's lifeless corpse bounces off of it, squishes against the wall, and falls flat to the ground where Jacinto is.
Jacinto is like very shrill as he like yells. He is very clearly distraught.
You're clearly distraught.
Oh yeah, we're
and a now
we're mentally
battered.
linked. You know Ava's dead.
Yeah, and
Exactly.
you felt
Saying.
you felt her song Silence.
Yeah, and Jacinto is
let me just give Grar's reaction to it, because Jacinto's gonna have his reaction, and you're gonna speak all that stuff out. Grar's still in the middle of this is killing mode, so he's just he doesn't process emotions just yet. He wants the whole battle to be over, and he can take a few minutes. So he knows what he has to do. So mechanically scoops up the whatever clearly lifeless comrade and pushes out. Over to our medic.
For me, please.
Yeah, I'll speak on Jacinto in this moment.
This moment brought to you by PC Death. PC Death, we be without it.
It's honestly a great motivator. So Jacinto, feels Ava's song die, thinks that but Grar is already in the moment. Bring Ava over here. And Jacinto's inner symphony is just boiling over, and his emotions just become this wave of terrible sound, and he is going to channel all of his rage and grief towards Ava's body and hit her with a Mystic Cure 4.
Oh, heck yeah.
The first time I am getting to do this. You might need to ignore those hit points. Yeah, because it's including the extra 5d8. So, Mystic Cure, 4th level. You can. Gosh, Mystic Cure is such a long spell. It has so many riders. In addition, unlike most healers,
as before.
yes, yeah. The first option is to restore an extra 5d8 hit points with the 4th Mystic Cure, blah, 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 blah. The second option is to bring a target that died within 2 rounds back to life. In addition to healing such a creature, the spell returns the target to life, and the target takes a temporary negative level for 24 hours. This spell can't resuscitate creatures slain by death effect, creatures turned into undead, or creatures whose bodies were destroyed, significantly mutilated, disintegrated, and so on. So, Ava, you are going to get 7. Why is that not adding my spellcasting modifier? Anyway, you're going to get 7d8 plus, I'm very wise, so 7d8 plus 8. So, 8. You get 38 hit points back. And in this... Oh, and you're alive. So there's that.
And just a little bit.
So...
please tell me what happened.
I was gonna say, can we before we resolve this, can we actually go to break? Maybe on a little bit of a dramatic cliffhanger here.
Yeah, we'll go to break.
Cool.
Plans.
All right.
No, I don't scheme.
We'll be back in just a few moments, folks. And we're back. Thank you for waiting. We appreciate your patience. Tom, Jacinto, it is your turn. You are casting this Mystic Cure at level 6.
No, not level 6. Level 4. I don't have it at level 6.
Oh, sorry.
I only know one spell.
Your spellcasting abilities are so high in my mind and in my heart.
They are. No, I'm super fucking powerful. Don't ever mistake it. However, Mystic Cure is not on my 6th level spell list. So yeah, Jacinto is, again, his symphony internally boils over and reaches this magnificent, terrible crescendo, and he just pours life energy into Ava's dead body. And as he does this, he reaches deeper within himself and like rips his own vitality apart and like pours that into the torrent as well. And Ava gets 38 hit points back from the roll for Mystic Cure, in addition to another 77 hit points from Jacinto's own health. And Jacinto seems to wither as this happens.
No, Jacinto.
Do your
But he's
flower
still
petals?
standing.
Do your flower petals fall off?
Yeah, he seems. No, not fall off, but they droop almost lifelessly. So rapid is the transformation. So 38 plus 77.
It's 115.
Well, that's good.
It was one less than my max hit points.
Well, I'll be dead.
Nice.
Oh, you know what? I should just give you the last one.
Hey, no!
You don't have another spellcaster?
And with that, with the conclusion of the spellcasting, there's a strange flash of blue light, and Ava just.
It worked. Ava, I'm so sorry. All right. Good.
You didn't know this was gonna work?
This is the first time I've ever done this.
What a pleasant surprise!
Lovely, you're not dead. This is weird. This usually ends with more snakes.
Yes.
And Jacinto is going to call out to Lahan. Well, just think at Lahan, really. Lahan, now it's your turn to fly away. You're alone out there. And he will say to Artania to he'll tell Artania to just hold where he is. And that's my turn.
All right. It is the woman who felled Ava. It is her turn. Not that she's been capable of carrying on a conversation, because Ava was choking her to death fairly effectively. But her name is Viorian, and Viorian is going to she was taking in what was happening and just watching, and she is going to fly towards Lahan. Lazily, gracefully, in a little bit of an arc. And as she comes close to Lahan, she kind of halts herself and just once again spins, slashing out at her target.
That's a pretty good move. So it takes 40 feet of movement to get up to where I am, plus the movement she took across.
Oh, how high did you go?
20 feet.
You were 20 feet high? I mean, she was floating above the shards with Ava.
No, I did. I was leaving her on the ground while I was hovering above her.
She flew to meet Grar, who was above the shards, and then Ava flew above her to choke her.
Oh, okay, interesting.
She's already up.
And force packs have 60 feet of movement, and she moved 40
Yeah.
horizontally.
Yeah. I think it's pretty much the most you can get. That's why I was like,
You were positioned pretty perfectly, not gonna lie. 46 to hit. That'll hit a Grar, I think. And I
Yeah,
rolled
that'll hit.
incredibly well. 91 damage.
Ow.
And as the blade cuts you, the runes they shine a little bit brighter. And so do her eyes. Similar colors. They both have this glowing blue to them. And that's her turn. She moved. She attacked. Ava, you feel a lot better now.
Sure do. Ava
Better
will.
than death.
You don't. I mean, yeah. Jacinto must have juiced you good. I feel like you probably don't have any of the same old aches and pains.
Yeah, weird. Feeling real good despite this. Well, it's pretty much knit closed, this big gaping wound in my chest. Ava's gonna stand up, look this lady in the eye, and charge right back into it. You leave.
Nintendo curses in 20 different languages.
Oh, hold on. When is Lahan going? Ava's gonna take in the situation and then wait until Lahan goes.
Sure. Okay. I will move. Well. Yeah. Whatever.
Jacinto signs and release the remaining 16 languages he knows.
It's fine.
Do you have like ranged abilities?
Except, oh my god.
Surely Ava has a gun.
Nope.
Like shurikens or anything?
Guns are for the weak. We have shurikens. They're basically
Where's
melee.
my rifle?
I'm looking at the 3 people going ahead of me, between me and Lahan, and I'm looking at that 93 hit points left, and Lahan's death is now flashing before my eyes where it was Ava's before.
Yeah. I'm not supposed to be this close to things. I'm gonna get the heck out of Dodge.
Assuming you're still standing after two of these guard giants and then big boss man goes.
Only the guard giants can hit me. Not in the air.
Yeah, she's... I mean, they are 15 feet tall and they have an amount of reach.
Yeah, but I'm in the air. Which just makes my AC better. Like, she rolled high enough to hit Grar.
You keep thinking, Leif. Do you want to do something, or do you? I'm trying to give you time here to make that decision.
I don't know what I'm gonna do standing here. I am purely frontline.
Charge back in! You feel great.
No, we're trying to get them to come to us. Yeah, Ava's just gonna wait.
She's gonna trust Lahan.
I got nothing.
This giant down here is going to bleed a little bit. And it's gonna dismiss Lahan because its leader has closed with Lahan. It is gonna have to make 1,000,000 saving throws.
I look forward to this.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to figure out exactly how many, Tom.
Well, do the path nice and slow then.
All of them. Just so many.
Yeah. So all right. So
Might as well just die now.
There's 10 feet.
Why is that guy moving? His initiative is 22.
I accidentally skipped him.
Ah, okay.
He was supposed to go, but then stuff happened. Sorry.
Okay. Alright,
Unless,
so that's
unless I
10
clicked on the
feet,
wrong
so-
giant. Let me double check. Oh, I did click on the wrong giant. I am awful. I apologize. It will be the same action. It's just more of a straight line. So this guy right here is going to move. There. So right on the black box.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6 so far.
Okay, that's one. Gosh. And then it's gotta close with Grar.
He was there, so 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm gonna roll 12d8. You make me 12 reflex saving throws.
Will do. I
remember when you all murdered a bunch of gray assassins.
ignore
Yeah.
that total.
Of course. I see at least one failure. Oh, 2 failures in there. Look at that.
Yeah.
All right, so the number you're looking for is 23.
23. So two failures.
All right, we'll take it. This bleed 2 stacks with his previous bleed.
Okay.
And he takes 58 points of slashing damage as he runs through an etheric cheese grater.
Oh no, that did bad things. I don't know where its hit points were. Uh-oh. Well, I will err on your side, in your favor.
Thank you. You're kind and benevolent, treatment, sir.
He is kind and benevolent.
This thing's it's just trudging through the etheric shards, and its legs are ribbons on the other side, and that's all its movement. It was trying to get to Grar. That's everything. That's everything it could do. Is it just ripped itself to pieces to get to the bear?
That's a terrible plan on so many levels.
Yes.
The bear
Start to
could
finish.
also make an AOO if the bear wanted to.
Oh, yeah, you
this
definitely-
is also probably a
Yeah,
very
sure.
bad time for me to remember that etheric shards are difficult terrain.
Oh. Whatever. If you're fine letting him keep all the damage, I'm fine with letting him stand where he is.
Yeah, 100%. But going forward, we should try to remember that.
Thank you.
And I should remember it since it's my spell. Sorry.
Anyway, that's a
Oh
crit.
my god. Oh my god.
133 damage, please.
Told you, no part of this plan was well advised.
Placento weakly cries out, "Got him!" And it's going to use his
The next try does the same. Sees all this and does the same thing.
He's still standing, but barely.
barely.
Yes, barely. The real big giant is gonna move. Oh yeah, battle leader. What do you want to do there? Give someone some stamina back?
I already said it. Got him.
There you go.
He's still
Plus
hanging
six
on,
morale-
isn't he?
Plus 6 morale bonus to all the party's damage rolls till the end of their next turn.
All right,
Beautiful.
so that's 1, 2 saves. I think that is 3, 4, 5, 6 saves.
Remember double movement
Yeah,
or half movement.
yeah. I mean, this is his whole turn. I think it's 8 saves if I did the math right.
Sounds good to me.
And the target number is 23. Okay.
23.
One
I see
failure.
One failure, probably.
Yep, one failure.
All right. He is bleeding 1 and takes 38 points of slashing damage.
That bleeding is what's going to do him in.
That's gonna get it. That's gonna be the bee sting in his butt.
This giant that is so terribly wounded, because Lahan and I think Grar a little bit as well, just laid into him, is not going to charge through the etheric shards. It has some shred of self-preservation. It is going to, gosh, what on earth can it do? It's gonna chuck a rock at Artanya, and there's gonna be penalties because that's a real. It reaches into its pocket and it pulls out a rock. This one is just a rock. It doesn't have a face on it. It has no character.
But if you look real close at the rock, you can see in tiny writing on it. It says "From downtown."
It's not that big of a penalty either because this thing has an absurd range for a chucked rock. 43 with the penalty to hit.
Yeah. 40 anything. I mean, 30 anything hits Artanya's EAC.
Sure.
He's a squishy boy.
75 damage. Bludgeoning.
Oh man.
That was 0 to 60 real fast for Artanya.
Yeah,
What a
it's
roller
Lahan's
coaster.
turn now. Hey, Lahan, you have a sword-wielding maniac in your face who's very
You're
graceful.
telling me.
I do. I step away
Sure,
as my standard action to become invisible. Enter.
sure.
I vanish.
Ava, it's your turn.
I have. Right before I turn invisible,
You do what before you turn invisible?
I give her a little wave.
Oh,
Bye. Poof.
Bye.
and Ava, what would you like to do?
Repeatedly.
Panics just a little bit, seeing Lahan disappear. Not being able to see her makes her nervous.
You've seen my light rapidly before.
Oh yeah, no, I know. I know what's happening. Wanted to keep an eye on you.
We are also mentally linked,
Okay, true.
but your feelings are valid.
Thank you for validating Ava's Ava's feelings. She's going to attack the giant that has come within attacking distance. 37 to hit.
Versus EAC, correct?
Yes.
And that is a 37 definitely does hit, 29 misses, and
Right.
38 hits.
38 will hit. So
Please add, don't forget damage. Extra damage from Gotham.
all right.
How much extra?
It looks like you have a morale bonus factored in already. So plus 5.
It's because I have Song of the Spheres active, actually.
I do not have that up right now.
Okay. So that's actually a 36 and a 37 to hit.
Still hits.
All right.
Is the damage accurate, or is it just an additional 5 then?
An additional 5.
Okay.
Her, right?
Her. Oh yeah, her.
Okay.
So Tom,
So
how happy are you that you did that battle, leader?
Very.
As Ava
Very
fells
happy.
the mighty giant.
that's not even the mighty giant. That's just kind of the meh giant.
Hey,
Mediocre giant.
it's still mighty, but you're just monsters. So Ava, describe how you kill this giant. And I love that there's a visual thing happening for people that are listening. People are reminding Tom to use the battle leader stuff, and there's all sorts of colorful arrows and underlines because it has come
the
in
initial
so
text.
much. Yeah, but people have added
But-
to it, and I didn't think it was you.
Ava does her usual thing. She from one shuriken fans out two more, so it's 3 shurikens, and she just lets them fly. And one clatters against the wall behind the giant, but the other two, one hits it square in the forehead, and the other hits it like in the throat.
Sure. And it drops. And
Victory!
That's it. We won. We won the battle.
Yep.
you've killed a giant.
Killed one. Yes. Killed one of the ads.
We killed one small giant.
Yep. And now it's this other small giant's turn. And it will do 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11?
I'm loving it.
16.
Half movement, don't forget. Just reminding cursor.
Yeah, it's charging through. Well, as best it can. I think I'm up to like 17 saves, I'm not gonna lie.
A lot of
Just
saves.
charge through the ball.
All right. So
And
Yeah.
one just dies.
that is 76 points of slashing damage. The good news is it looks like you only failed one save.
Yeah.
Yeah, seeing as you like a 3 or below,
So what about the?
in my estimation.
You might want to. You might want to
that
math
tracks
that
that.
4.
The 4
Yeah.
puts it at 23.
Ah, the 4 is a pass. Perfect.
Okay, there you go. 76 points of slashing damage and bleeding 1, which stacks with his current point of bleeding 1, I believe. Then what does he do?
Well, he takes that 1 point of damage from his bleeding because I forgot to do that, and then I'm going to. That's everything he can
Hold
do, Tom. He did everything in his power
What a great.
to get closer to you.
I should just call my 3rd level spell slots my etheric shard spell slots.
Yep.
It's Grar's turn. Grar, there's a dead giant at your feet that Ava just killed with some shurikens, and there are giants just slowly wading through these hell shards to get to you.
So I'm just gonna wait. 25 feet is, I think, just outside that range for the first giant. But well, the Hana's invisible, and the big guy's gonna probably come my way. So I'm just gonna wait for him to do that.
Sure. Jacinto, what would you like to do? Real quick, clarification, Grar, you wanted to be moved to after the big guy?
Actually, let me get me moved after the female.
Okay. Well,
So I don't know where she's going.
The dulcet toned boss.
the dulcet tone boss. Jacinto, what would you like?
That is a word. Yes, go ahead.
That is a word.
I'm feeling a chill on the air. Can anybody guess what I'm thinking? It's
No.
another favorite 3rd level. It's called Polar Vortex.
You're casting double hell on me, aren't you?
I am. I'm creating the meat grinder again, Jet. So
Hell has frozen over.
hell has frozen over. So all sorts of whack fleam is going to start kicking off. Everybody, watch out.
Here it comes.
This is a 20-foot radius. So this one, Jet, if you don't mind. Oh, but these are like. Right, these area effects are weird in that it's like a 20-foot diameter, not a 20-foot radius. So will you do me the honor of pausing that and then expanding it to a 20-foot radius? So basically doubling its size.
Just a second. Try. Come on. It does not. want me to make it bigger for some reason.
That's weird.
It's not letting me grab it properly. It will let me move it.
Theoretically, 4 of those back to back to back to back would make a 20-foot 20-foot radius.
Wait. It's letting me stretch it a little bit. It's how big again? I'm sorry.
20-foot radius.
Okay. So, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7.
I have a 20-foot fireball.
You have a fireball?
I have a 20-foot fireball.
Ah.
I have a 20-foot fireball.
Next time, that will be great, but I think we've got it now. So
Where would you like it? There, right there.
I have moved it. Right there. Jacinto drops this polar vortex on these 3 jerk faces. So suddenly, in the midst of the helicotheric shards, erupts a column of whiteout blizzard conditions. And these jerks are each going to need to make a reflex saving throw immediately. And if any of them are flying, they will need to succeed in an acrobatics check to fly in dangerous wind conditions.
All right. So
Also, the area is not difficult terrain.
it's difficult terrain, and then
Yes.
etheric shards halves or makes it.
Yes, etheric shards is half movement. Difficult terrain is also half movement. So this is quarter movement.
Awesome. The saving throw is DC 23. And the big guy failed.
Oh, that's incredible.
Dang it! The little guy. Let's see what the dice say about. Okay, the little guy succeeded. Come on, and she succeeded barely, but she is flying. She is very good at
All right,
acrobatics. What is the
And all right, so
DC
oh
33?
boy. Okay.
Which she has a good shot at, and this is one of her good skills because she's supposed to be very graceful. She fails it.
What happens then?
That's a natural one.
I love that. If you fail, you fall. She falls.
She falls.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are what, 20 feet in
Into
the
the
air?
shards.
20 feet. So she takes, what is it? Is it however many feet you take that in damage in this system, or half that? I think half that is Pathfinderism. Oh no, it's D6. It's 2d6 per, 2d6 for that fall, because it's a d6 per 10.
Per 10 feet, yep. And the last 10 feet, I believe, is still not all the way full.
Either
To a
way.
maximum of
Or
20 d6. A character that takes damage from a fall lands prone.
1d6 per 10
I
feet fall
usually-
into a maximum of 20d6.
I vividly remember Ninden hanging from a ledge in a casino and thinking, I can take this fall.
Right.
When he learned those rules.
So
but
the big guy takes the full damage, the 9 cold
Yeah.
and the 22 bludgeoning.
Yes, sir.
2. The smaller one takes half of that, correct?
Yes. Half of both.
I love that you crossed out the eyes on her token.
What? I didn't know this thing.
It's a vision board. You gotta like envision what you want to have.
You gotta wish it into existence. So she takes a little bit of damage, and then she falls 20 feet, so she's taking 2d6 damage. Would someone like to roll the 2d6, or would you like me to?
I already rolled it.
Oh, you did. I missed that. Sorry.
Yes.
So
Only
4.
And
Or just, I'm just seeing the
incredibly,
change I want to see in the world.
I have one more thing to do. 2 more things. Sinto is, as a move action, going to activate the Song of the Spheres. And that
Cool.
will be. He's gonna burn a. He'll burn a 4th level spell slot. Nah, he'll burn a 3rd level spell slot. Because those are fine. And then he will also. That'll be it. We don't need haste because our 2 combatants already have good stuff. So yeah, he burns a 3rd level spell slot for Song of the Spheres, which does a bunch of stuff. +1 morale bonus to attack and damage rolls. Fast healing equal to half the level of the spell slot, which is 1. Everyone has fast healing 1. Energy resistance equal to the mystic level. Number of energy types equal to half the level of spell expended. Does anybody remember them doing energy damage to us? I think it's just bludgeoning, right?
Electricity.
It's just lots of keys
Electricity.
and stuff.
Electricity it is. We get electricity 18.
Nice. Perfect.
So there you go. And then finally, Artania is going to shoot the giant that is closest to him with his wings. And get a natural 1.
Well,
My turn is over.
had a lot of 20s. This
Real
session.
quick. That was my other question. Was is Artani gonna stay there?
Nope. Artania gets out. In fact, he has like 10 more feet of movement. I'm sure he'll have somebody within reach to shoot him soon. But yes, that is my turn. Artania also lands to make himself less of an easy target hovering in the air.
Sure. It is now the flying woman's turn. She has lost her target. She has to make a perception check at a massive penalty to try and locate an invisible target, if I'm remembering correctly.
That's a good question. The new rules are you need a seek action.
Well, I've got Archives of Nethys up. I did a search for invisibility. Let's see what invisibility tells me.
It gives me the spell. Becomes visible. See page 2. 234.
That didn't help me.
Oh no, page 264 is not on Nethys.
Locating.
Quick, somebody was. Oh, me!
Run.
They're opening.
Oh yeah, it's exciting.
You're muted, Nick.
Oh, I'm talking to myself. A creature using only an imprecise sense cannot observe an invisible creature. So the invisible creature is unseen, as such it would be observed. Does she have some other precise sense?
I mean, she has normal senses, so she's got her eyes, which I think is the only precise sense she has. So she
Yeah.
can't see you at all, huh?
Yeah.
I think it makes sense to me. I think she's gonna spend the turn trying to find you. She'll probably fly around a little bit.
A character looking for an invisible creature might find his quarry if the invisible creature drops time, speaks, smells strongly, blah, blah, blah. Finding an invisible creature in this way requires a perception check as normal.
It requires a perception check versus your stealth, but because you're invisible, you get what, like a plus 20?
Yeah. I mean, it'd be a passive, right?
Passive's a Pathfinder 2e thing.
Passive's actually a Pathfinder is a 3/5 thing. That's just stayed. I wouldn't be surprised if it's in here somewhere.
All right, well, make yourself a stealth check, I guess.
But, yes, I can do that.
And I rolled absolute garbage. There's no way that you don't beat it. So she spends the turn.
45.
Yeah, you super beat it. She spends the turn looking for you and being slightly frustrated. Hey, right? You come out of hiding, you coward.
She also, I guess, moved to Texas sometime in between.
Yeah, I know. I lost it. It's been so long since she talked. It is Grar's turn.
Grar's gonna delay until the very big giant. The one with the face.
Okay. So you're just barely delayed. It is the very...
Barely.
Yeah,
I'm not going to argue because I want to keep doing what I want to do.
That's fine. So Tom, because you unleashed this awful, awful spell upon me, what do the following turns do? Is it just slow the movement? Is it just the difficult terrain?
Yeah, it just slows the movement.
Okay. Just as it moved back, that disappeared. That moved this to back, that reappears. There, we can see things again.
Aha.
Oh wait, she should have had to make an acrobatics check. Well, no, she didn't fly. She walked. There we go. I'm not gonna deal with that nonsense. She already fell once. God.
Why don't you have to take an action to stand up? She's looking for him.
Well,
She doesn't have to.
it's
but-
fine. She stood up and she looked around. She didn't accomplish anything. She's awful. So
Well,
halved
that's not
movement,
news.
Halved movement, halved again. So you want to know how far this giant can get because of your awful, awful spells, Tom?
20 feet.
Yeah, with a full with the entire turn, with it being the entire turn, 20 feet. So
Beautiful.
yeah, so that is what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think it's like 8. It's kind of hard with the big giant. I think it's 8 or 9. I'll just do 9, whatever.
All right. So 9 d8. He needs to make 9 reflex saves. Oh, good. Good damage on that.
We're looking for ones. There's
Got a 1.
1.
All right. He's an additional bleeding. So on top of the, I think he had 1 before.
Yep. So I'm gonna
And
give
he
him that
takes
1
it
point.
at the beginning of.
I forgot to do it at the beginning, but I just did it now.
All right. Go ahead and give him an additional 49 points of slashing damage. That was a lot of 8s on those d8s.
I screwed up the hit points again, but
Yeah, I really wish you could undo. Could you change
Yeah.
hit points? Be very helpful. I've done it more than one occasion. I just
Yeah.
make shit up. This thing had about
yeah, I just
hit points left.
it's fine. I am gonna give him hit points back, and I'm going to err on the side of caution in your favor.
Oh, only appreciate it.
So he moved as far as he could possibly move and took a whole bunch of damage, and he's bleeding a little bit. And Grar,
Yeah.
you can do your thing.
Very, very good. He will wander within 25 feet of my move. Grar has noticed his opportunity and shall attack. So I think this the 26 misses the EAC, right?
26 will. You're targeting the big guy, I assume?
The big guy.
26 does miss. The critical hit does hit, though.
Oh, thank goodness for that. 119 damage. Poor favor.
And your Entropic Strike surely has a critical hit effect.
It's force.
Knockdown.
Knockdown?
I want to say it's force, but let me confirm.
There are 3 options. One is knockdown, one is corrode, a bajillion damage, and
Well,
then I don't remember.
If you look at the banner on the side, it says force, knockdown. I just don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
so it's not.
It's just prone
It's
now, right?
probably even late.
It is not linked.
Drat. I didn't
It
do
is
this
just
one.
prone. No save. Knockdown is a great critical hit effect.
It is not. I mean, big giant trips. The big giant falls over and it lands on these etheric shards, and it feels awful as weird spatial tears rip through it. Like, it's not dead.
He's also really cold.
But he's also very cold. He's cold, and gravity's ripping him apart, and there's a bear that's clawing him from absurd distances away. This giant all the way in the back, just who's very hurt and can't afford to step off the shards that it's on, is just gonna awkwardly lob a rock at Grar. It's not gonna accomplish anything, but if he moves, he's probably gonna die.
He's bleeding too.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you for reminding. No, he's not, because he never moved.
Oh,
That's
sorry.
the one that
I
never moved. He has like awful spell resistance, and he's flat-footed. But
Fair. Sorry.
no, you're fine. Grar, it is not a critical hit. I think a 43 misses. 41 actually would miss you. Bounces off your.
No, it's a natural 20.
No, that.
But Jed is talking about his roll, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, that was definitely not a natural 20. It was with the range penalty. It was a total of 41, and it was not a natural 20. So I'm sure it does not hit you.
Okay, yes. I'm sorry.
Lahan, you are invisible.
Jet, did we actually wrap? Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, no,
but
yeah, you are right. We
we're a
will.
half hour over.
Are we? Oh shit! I thought it was 9:30. Yeah, we will. We will
Oh,
end here.
no, maybe.
I thought this was the time that we should be ending, like right now.
I have a half hour ago.
Because I thought we
Yeah.
end now, and then we hang out in general, and then. But yeah, we're at the top of the turn order. It's Lahan's turn. Lahan is invisible. We should make a note that Lahan is invisible, and we'll hopefully come back next week to invisible
I
Lahan.
put a little eye you can't see.
Okay.
I'm thinking we need a holographic image taunting this bat. I think that's my next action. Just saying.
Good one.
Maybe. Thank you for
Although I
playing
should
with
probably
me.
like put some damage on the board.
Thank you for playing with me. Leif, thank you for not reaching through the internet to strangle me.
Oh, never. That's old Leif getting upset about player death. New Leif is very excited at the possibilities of player death.
Sure. Okay. That's
New Leif has
Player death.
realized
Player
all
character
the fun,
death. Oh, Jesus.
all the crazy fun on dead stuff. that
and
they
I'm
could do.
excited
Yes.
that my boss battle turned out to be an actual challenge for you. That was nice.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah.
I mean, you're
You
fighting
and you're
giants,
attacking-
Conrad. I'm sorry it's not more interesting. They're just big, beefy boys and girls.
No. I know. Like it's. I'm glad that we're doing it because I'm glad. Like I need to have some fear of my character's life, because otherwise I'm just gonna like get bored and not take the encounter seriously, and it's fun for a little bit, but then it stops being fun.
Fear? What's that?
Yeah, you have been basically immortal the entire existence of Grar. I can
we're
probably
gonna have
count
to have
on
a
one hand the times I've like hit you probably, and one time I've got you into the red. I think, which is
But this is the
session.
first hit point damage I think I've taken. Yeah.
This is the first hit point damage I've taken.
Very cue the Captain Hammer.
Nope.
This
That
is
is-
what pain feels. Yeah.
My face! My beautiful face!
It's not the first time you've taken hit point damage, Nick. Because you had
Isn't it?
a tick's spear through your body as you were desperately being driven away by Jacinto and Finn very early on when you went on the tick hunt.
Yes. But since like book 2.
Yeah. But anyway, thank you for playing. Very much appreciate it. Thank you, Paizo, for Rise of the Rune Lords. Leif, is it Lo-Fi Girl again?
Sorry, I muted myself, not unmuted. Tom had played Lo-Fi Girl at the beginning, so yes, thank you, Lo-Fi Girl. Great beats as always, and then Alex Productions for the rest.
Okay. And I'm going to thank Steve Collings' Isle of Lore status icons and Nick for getting them for me. And I was using them this session because you were laying out so many statuses.
Us? Never.
Yeah.
No, that doesn't sound right, Chet.
Couldn't be.
How's Sunday? What's that looking like, Nick?
Yes, we will be getting back to Strength of Thousands. Man, I was all my fault that we didn't play on Sunday. But we will come back as our heroes set up their dig in the Blood Salt ruins that they've been investigating thus far. Find out what's happening in Kyiv and get their missing student back. Join us on Sunday to find out how they do it and more with new levels. They'll tell you what they did with their new levels too, I'm sure. And
there is a very small chance that I will be absent.
Yes, and if Jed is absent, then Akina will have to go do an errand for Teacher Zostra. Tell us all about it.
And next week we'll come back to this with Lahan Invisible and more boss fight to go. And if anyone has any questions, comments, shout-outs, you can contact us a couple ways. We have an email, nonstartaction@gmail.com. We also have the better way, Discord. The link is below if you're watching us. The link is in the show notes if you're listening to us. And if, as you're hanging out on our Discord, you want to maybe submit an icebreaker question, you can go to our welcome channel. It's right there, super easy to see. And we have another channel, the feedback channel, and it's pinned. There's a little Google form that you can fill out. We'll get it, we'll add it to our spreadsheet, and it might get selected. Another benefit to the Discord server is after the show, we usually hang out in our voice chat unless we're all incredibly exhausted, and you can talk to us about stuff. That's all I have to say.
Happen now that we're old.
Yeah, we are all ancient.
Ancient like the trees and the rocks.
Yep. My bones have turned to double dust, as I am now going to be a second-time second-time grand uncle.
I woke up this morning with a nice layer of peat moss on me.
Hobbling around over here with my neuropathy, you know.
That's good insulation.
All of us. Isn't it cold there?
Yes. That's the point, though. The peat keeps me warm.
Yes. And then you can burn it in your stove.
Yes, quite.
Yep. But I think it's now time to say goodbye to everyone.
Goodbye to everyone.
Goodbye to everyone.
Goodbye.
Take care of yourselves, folks.